calling all Dark Knight fans. As we all know, Batman's mission is to keep the citizens of Gotham safe from an ever-growing list of villains that want to unleash terror across the city. From former acolytes and twisted geniuses to deranged clowns and enigmatic cultists. These are some of the most powerful and sinister adversaries in Gotham's history. So gather around as we take a look at who makes up Batman's top 7 greatest enemies. Hello and welcome to Amuse Comics. Before we begin, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell for more amazing content. Now let's get this video started. Number 7, Deathstroke. There are a lot of well-trained hitmen and assassins in the DC universe, but none can compare to Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke the Terminator. During Wilson's time in the military, he was used as a test subject in an attempt to make a super soldier. His physical strength and agility were increased to a near superhuman level, and his reactions and mental abilities were enhanced exponentially. Deathstroke has been able to take on groups of Justice League members on his own, and he keeps proving to be one of Batman's greatest challenges in man-to-man fights. Number 6, Dr. Death. Dr. Karl Helfrin, also known as Dr. Death, was one of the first criminals Batman had to deal with. He turned himself into a monster with his own bone-hardening experiment. The New 52 reboot of the character was especially dangerous because his mutating form gave him a huge boost in strength when he encountered Batman for the first time in the Zero-Year event. Helfrin's experiment was meant to make bones harden on impact to prevent broken bones and other trauma. However, his bones mutated with each new break, making him stronger but more deformed with every punch from Batman. His ongoing deformation ultimately led to Dr. Death's demise as his broken bones grew out of control. Number 5, Man-Bat. Dr. Kirk Langstrom is another one of Batman's transformed villains, as he tried out the experimental hearing serum he created on himself. But the bat DNA in the serum caused him to change into something like a werewolf, and he became the winged monster known as Man-Bat. Langstrom was sometimes able to control his more animalistic side when he was Man-Bat, but most of the time, he was a fiercely impulsive creature with a lot of strength. The League of Assassins later used the Man-Bat serum to transform an entire army of well-trained ninja Man-Bats to further elevate the villain in Batman's rogues gallery. Number 4, Killer Croc. When Waylon Jones first came to Gotham City, he was a hardened up-and-coming crime boss known as Killer Croc. His medical condition made his skin hard, and his animalistic genes began to mutate his body. Over the years, his condition has gradually gotten worse, and he has grown bigger and more reptilian. His strength has also continued to increase along with his size over the years, and he has been the victim of genetic experimentation a few times that has led to further mutations that temporarily included a deadly and powerful tail. He is a moving, talking, killing machine driven by brute strength. His skin is impervious to bullets, and his animalistic instincts, such as hypersenses, help him track his target for miles both on the ground and underwater. Number 3, Bane. Even though Bane might look like a muscled goon at first, events like Nightfall and City of Bane has shown that he's also a criminal mastermind with tactics that are on par with those of his main enemy, Batman. However, for years, Bane used the addictive steroid known as Venom to enhance his strength through an injection system tied to his brain. Bane used his strength to break Batman unforgettably when he beat him senselessly and broke his back before throwing him off a Gotham City rooftop to prove his new dominance over Gotham City. Number 2, Clayface. A few different characters have used Clayface over the years, but the most powerful, such as Basil Karlo and Matt Hagen, were capable of shape-shifting their bodies to both hide themselves and create lethal weapons during battle. Clayface was also able to increase his mass into the monstrous form that has become most associated with the character, increasing his strength exponentially. Clayface is one of Batman's strongest villains, though the Dark Knight's experience fighting the villain has allowed him to create a number of countermeasures against the shape-shifting criminal. Number 1, Solomon Grundy. The monstrous zombie known as Solomon Grundy has multiple origins, but the most common is that he was formerly a criminal named Cyrus Gold who was murdered in Slaughter Swamp before being resurrected to fight numerous heroes throughout the years, including the first Green Lantern and the JSA. Solomon Grundy's ties to Gotham City have made him a recurrent problem for Batman. who has been able to develop a tentative rapport with the creature due to Grundy's extraordinary and overwhelming strength. Batman does have a couple of tricks up his sleeve when needed to combat Grundy's incredible strength. No matter which one you choose as your favorite, it is hard to argue that any of them is more powerful than the rest. After all, Batman wouldn't be the iconic figure he is today without all these terrific villains, making life difficult for him every step of the way. Do you know of any other villain that should be on our list? Tell us in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your time. We'll see you later.